Hello, you can't really see me well, but that's fine. I don't care. So, as you can, you probably can hear me well, just can't see me well. This is fine. I don't really care. So, I want to say that all over again. I don't know why. So, as you know, I have um, ADHD, which I was diagnosed at 8. I was diagnosed with PDD and OS. Later alone, I was diagnosed with that when I was, I think, in junior high. I later learned that, for one, that is now technically part of autism spectrum disorder, and therefore that just means I have autism. So that's great to know. So yeah, I can now say I have autism, and there's nothing people can do about it. You know, joking all aside, still it's true. Um, so I also have major depressive disorder, which I was diagnosed, and that was caused by the loss of Chewy. I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. I have social anxiety disorder, though I am not diagnosed with that. I don't actually. I think I am diagnosed with that. I don't remember. I am. I also am diagnosed with panic attacks, which is no fun. I've what else? I am also diagnosed with a movement disorder. It's not tics, but it's TD. TD stands for tardive dyskinesia. Tardive dyskinesia. It's a movement disorder that is the cause of. It's one of the symptoms of taking an antipsychotic. I take risperidone, which is an antipsychotic. It's prescribed to me by my doctor because of my anger issues and my hallucination delusions. I also have hallucination and delusions. I have there's 3 or 4 potential. I don't know. So well, there are 3 potential possibly disorders that I could have. Schizophrenia, that's one, and that's because I have delusions and hallucinations that are trance-like. For example, um, an example would be like if I go outside right now, I will literally feel like somebody is I'll get paranoid and believe somebody is following me, and I'll start running. Knowing full well I'll run into the traffic, knowing I'll probably get hurt. I'd still do it. I There's nothing I could do. I'd be like in a trance state, and it's not fun. So there's that, and usually that kind of makes sense. It just would be schizophrenia. And then my other one is PTSD. Uh, so I have I have flashback memories. Uh, I have like a few of them. Um, I have flashback memories where I see myself being bullied. Oh, like when I see myself bullied when I was in elementary school. Uh, you know, I also have one um, where I see my first dog seizing up over and over again. I also see memories. I also Another flashback is seeing Chewie dead body when he got put down, or lifeless body, whatever I want to call it. Um, and then I also get I don't know, call it flashback memory. It's not like a flashback memory, but I do sometimes feel like something's calling on me. I don't know. I also sometimes feel like for example, you know, this can happen whenever I'm driving during the day. Not me. Whenever my family is driving during the day, like me, my like for example, my mom or my dad or whatever, and I'm with one of them. We're driving. Car goes by. and I feel like I'm about to get hit, and I'll be like like that. Um, that could potentially be part of PTSD, which means I potentially possibly have PTSD. Then there's OCD. Uh, so an example of my symptoms that are similar to OCD would be my intrusive thoughts. I have intrusive thoughts that I have to fight every day to tell myself, no, you're not going to do that. No, that's not going to happen. And over again every day. And it's a constant, it's not fun. Because if I don't, like, for example, if I don't do that, bad things could happen, like me throwing my phone against the wall. Yeah, that's one of those intrusive thoughts. And I had to fight myself to not do that mentally. So, and it's not fun. Um, I also have, there's also the fact that I will do repetitive movements. Though a lot of my disorders, like autism, ADHD, schizophrenia, PTSD, the potential schizophrenia, potential PTSD, potential OCD, can all do, and including all my anxiety disorders, can cause me to do repetitive movements, including my tardive dyskinesia, so there's that. But I know the difference between every one of those disorders, all the repetitive movements in those disorders. Um, so I'm fully self-aware of knowing the differences of the repetitive movements in each of those disorders. And another possibly potential disorder, I don't know about disorder, but the potential movement disorder I could have, movement thing I could have, is tics. Um, so, because sometimes I have movements, so the difference between the two movement that I know that I feel that's different is, like, for example, tardive dyskinesia. That happens involuntarily, meaning I have no control over it, and I don't feel it. It happens immediately. Um, you know, so there's that, and that's tardive dyskinesia. Then I have movements where I feel an urge, like I feel deep down something like I need to do it, and a lot of times I can suppress it, um, and that resemble tics. I'm not saying I have tics, just saying that resemble tics. So there's that. So I'm like, oh, joy, just joy. Um, and again, I know the AI is not a doctor, and I get that, but I'm just, you know, there's things that I'm acting really similar to, and my brain is pointing a connection to, hey, I could have this, hey, I could have this, and my finger, hey, I could have this, so hey, I could have this, so blah 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 blah. So yeah, I'm just like, oh joy. Um, so yeah, um, yeah, so I don't like that. But I also learned I have audio processing disorder, sensory processing disorder, and I also have echolalia. So that's great. I mean, they're not really that bad. I known that for my entire life. So I don't, whatever. But so yeah, I could potentially have tics. I could potentially have OCD. I could potentially have PTSD and schizophrenia. So, which mean I need to go see a neurologist, a no a what else do I need to see? A psychiatrist and a psychologist. So That's Joy. Joy, welcome to my life. And could all be due to my genetic disorder that I have. It's so rare. It doesn't have a name. So yeah. So the genetic disorder I have is like 0.0000000000000001% of the entire population of the U.S. has my genetic disorder. Well, I mean, with the genetic disorder I have. That's how rare it is. Actually, I don't remember how many zero it is, but my point is it's rare, and really anyone knows about it. There's only two people I know that has it. Me and some random girl that I completely forgot. So, yeah. Yep, I could still have schizophrenia, PTSD, OCD, and tics. I hate blinking something. So yeah, bye.